Hi students, I welcome all of you for this special and informative session on SBI PO 2019. As expected, and of course as per the schedule only, they have come out with the notification, and as all of you must be knowing this one, total number of vacancies 2000, and the last date to apply for that one is 22nd of this month. Anyway students, it's a golden opportunity for the students who are preparing for bank exams, particularly bank PO, because getting into SBI, State Bank of India, as a probationary officer is having many advantages over the other bank PO. Lucrative pay package, fantastic work environment, career growth, stable career growth, quick promotions, social recognition, what not is there in SBI. Alright, for that reason, it's a dream job for many aspirants, many candidates preparing for bank PO exams. For that reason probably, I suggest my students, first keep your target as RBI Grade B Officers. Because after RBI Grade B Officer, that much charm is there in our country for SBI PO. First, keep RBI Grade B Officer in your mind. Next, come to SBI PO. If not, join as a PO through IBPS in various nationalized banks. Even other banks also, through IBPS also, other banks also, you are having very good future. Rosy future is there as a probationary officer. Anyway students, try to utilize this golden opportunity. And this class, I am assuring you, is going to be immensely beneficial for all the types of students. All types in the sense, the beginners who have started their preparation just now, or the students who are already in preparation and not getting the job for 1 or 2 years, or for those students who have missed their opportunity narrowly. For everybody it is going to be useful. Just watch the session carefully, and if it is required, note down some points, because I am going to focus on how to start the preparation, what should be the strategy to crack up SBI PO. For that matter, not only SBI PO, but it is useful for you for forthcoming or coming IBPS vacancies also, IBPS probationary officer as well, right? Now just watch the video. Then, but before going from that, before starting the session, it's my responsibility to share a very good news with you. As all of you must be knowing this one, just 3 or 4 days ago, IBPS had come out with its final result of PO 2018. IBPS PO 2018 final results were out. And from our institute, do you know how many students got selected? Final selections till yesterday 4 p.m. 4 p.m. yesterday, the number was 412. Alright, and probably this number will be increased because we have not counted the reserved students. Some students will be kept reserved on the reserved list. I am not including that list. These 412 students got provisionally selected, finally selected for jobs. How good this one. I am really happy students. Not only happy, but I am delighted, I am telling you. I would like to congratulate all these 412 students for their success. Not only these 412 students, not only students, I would like to congratulate the parents, the relatives, the friends, the well-wishers who have encouraged them in their journey to success. They really worked hard, because nowadays becoming a PO is not a small thing. You have to put your complete efforts for that one. So anyway students, many congratulations. And not only these 412 students, but most of you must be knowing this one, more than 11,500 of my students are working in various banks and other central government organizations across the country. By the way, I am there in this field for the last 22-23 years students, and I trained thousands of students across the country. This institute, this online institute, I have started in the month of May 2016, April ending, I think, April ending 2016. In this journey of 3 years, we have trained thousands of students and most of them got success. Before starting this institute, in 3 modes we have started: online, pen drive and SD card. My intention was that every student should be benefited. I am telling you wholeheartedly, because when I was teaching outside in various institutes, I found that students are not getting what they exactly want from the institutes. I am not blaming the institute. The situation is like that. Even institutes cannot do anything because they have to go commercially, otherwise they won't survive. I am not finding fault with anybody. But my intention was, before starting this one, to give the best to the students across the country. So I have chosen this mode, and successfully we are training thousands of students across the country. Before going further, students, I would like to give a message to other students also. Other students means from our institute only. Apart from these selected students, we are getting hundreds of mails from the other students saying that, sir, we missed the opportunity narrowly. Very narrowly we missed out this opportunity. Say, students, don't worry. Don't get disappointed. It does not mean you have not selected. It does not mean that you were not hardworking. It does not mean that you were not dedicated. It does not mean that you are not intelligent. Somehow in the system, according to that system, they have not selected you. Don't worry about that. Even for you also, this vacancy, 2000 vacancies in SBI, this is a golden opportunity for you as well. Try to put your 100% effort now, sincerely start your preparation. Definitely you are going to get selected. Alright, now let's start the session, students, here. So many students ask me one question. Let me start with that question. Sir, how to start the preparation? The biggest question for many students, whoever you may be. Maybe beginner or already in the preparation. I don't know from where I have to start. Answer for that one is, students, you start with the confidence. Your confidence level should be on the peaks. Start with the confidence and a positive note. What type of positive note? I have told you this one many times in my session, students. Total how many vacancies are there now? 2000 vacancies. Right? If anybody asks you how many vacancies SBI notified for, please don't say 2000. Just tell them that SBI notified for 1999 vacancies in the job market. One less vacancy you have to tell them. Why one less vacancy? Because there is no competition for that one vacancy. That vacancy is mine. You have to tell them that that vacancy is mine. That is your vacancy. That post is yours. Nobody can come for that one. There is no competition for it. This is the positive note, student. You have to start the preparation in this way. Not only for SBI PO, but for any competitive exam you are preparing for, you just think that out of the given vacancies, number of vacancies, one number is yours. Then see the magic. You will get the success. I am telling you this one from the bottom of my heart. Many students have done this one. You can also do that. Come back to this one, students. Now let's go for practically from where I have to start. And remember, students, one thing I would like to share with you. Not only competitive exams, but you take anything in your life. If the beginning is good, ending will be good. Simple. The beginning is good, ending will be good. How you begin the thing, that will be end up in the same way. If you are not starting this one in a proper way and blaming others, if you do in that way, you will never get success. Because for your success, you are the only responsible person. The other, you have to utilize the environment around you, utilize the society around you, utilize the people around you, utilize the opportunities around you, and go for the right end result. Now, as far as these exams are concerned, competitive exams are concerned, what is the right beginning? This is important. What's the right beginning, students? So, even if you are preparing for a long time also, just note this point. Right beginning for this type of exams is knowing the expectation of the examiner. This is important. what examiner is exactly expecting from you while giving this type of question papers in the examination or the pattern of the exam. If you know the pattern of the examination, you can easily understand the expectation of the examiner. Then you can start your preparation from that end. Now let us know what is the expectation with the help of the pattern of the exam. If you go through the notification, students, in this notification or every time they give in this way, this examination is of 3 stages, 3-tier examination. One is prelims, after that mains and descriptive on the same day, plus group examination or group study and interview. These are the 3 stages for you. Okay. So, the marks you get in mains, descriptive and these 2 will be considered for the final list, and prelims is only qualifying test, but still prelims is very much important for you to go to mains. Now, if you take the prelims, students, from the prelims itself, you can find out or you can know what is the expectation of the examiner. See, students, in the preliminary examination, generally they give reasoning, quant and English. They test you on these 3 subjects. So, reasoning they give 35 questions and quant 35, English 30. And the time allotted for this one is sectional time, that is 20 minutes, 20 minutes and 20 minutes. Total 100 questions will be given to you and allotted time is 60 minutes. You please read the notification properly, because this class is not to read the notification for you. This class is to let you know how to start the preparation, what should be the strategy, how to get the success. Alright, just go for this one. 35, 35, 30, 20, 20, 20, over. Then remember, 1/4 of a negative marking is there. 1/4 of the maximum mark allotted for one question is going to be deducted in case that answer goes wrong. This is negative marking. And by the way, here the marks allocated for these questions, not 35 questions, 35 marks, 35, 35, 30, 30. They have not given in that way in this notification this time. Simply they have given overall 100 marks are allocated for this one. There is a probability that or possibility that reasoning questions may be having high weightage, or quant may be having high weightage, or English may be having high weightage, but generally English won't be having that much weightage. Probably reasoning and quant will be having high weightage. For that reason they have not given 35 marks, 35 marks and 30. Overall 100 marks will be there. And the timing is not composite timing, this is sectional wise timing. And other very important and very good thing for the students is that there is no sectional cutoff marks wise. Previously, you should or you must qualify in each and every section separately. After that, overall cutoff mark will be there to go to mains. But here, there is no sectional cutoff. Remember this one, students. Okay, in the notification it is given very clearly, no sectional cutoff, no overall cutoff also, right? How they select the students then? There are 2000 vacancies, 2000 into 10 times, so total 20,000 students are going to take the mains, purely based on the merit, category wise. Category wise they prepare the merit list. There is no overall cutoff mark, no sectional wise cutoff mark this time. Category wise they take the merit list and 20,000 students are going to take the mains. Again from the mains they filter to 6,000 students. Finally, for this group examination and interview, 6,000 students are going to be selected here. From these 6,000 students, approximately 2,000 vacancies will be filled up. I'll come back to this point after discussing this, because we are where we are, how to start the preparation. Beginning should be right. What is the right beginning for competitive exams? To know that one, first of all, you should know the pattern. Anyway, I started explaining the prelims, how the prelims is going to be conducted. I have discussed all the points which are given in the notification. You please read that one more time. Now students, what did you understand from this pattern? Just confine to prelims. Let's go back to mains and group discussion later. What did you understand from this one? Very clearly you see, it's a time-bound examination. Only 60 minutes are there. And negative marking is there. When the examination is time-bounding and negative marking is there, easily you can find out the expectation of the examiner. The examiner expectation here is two things they are expecting from you, that is speed, because time bound. Not only prelims, even mains also, speed and accuracy. Speed and why accuracy? Negative marking is there. So speed and accuracy are simultaneously expected by the examiner. Your starting should be in this way, students. Now you have to get a speed and accuracy. How to get this one, I'll tell you now. Always remember students, many students do one mistake. What is that one? They simply run for the speed. Yes or no? If you take one examination, one mock test you take, most of the students do the same mistake. They try to do the questions very quick. They run for the speed. Don't go for the speed. When you are preparing for this type of exams, don't go for the speed. Focus on accuracy first. Remember this. If you are accurate, if you can attain 100% accuracy, definitely you will get a speed. Automatically you will get a speed once you get a 100% accuracy. By the way students, what is the meaning of accuracy in competitive exams, particularly this type of exams? Accuracy means that should be pinpoint accuracy. 100% accuracy is required. Even 99% is also not accepted. The difference between academic exams and competitive exams is, in academic exams, for example, 10 marks are allocated for one question. If you write 50% correctly, probably you will get 5 marks or 4 marks, right? But here students, in competitive exams, even 99% accuracy is not accepted, except for some questions like approximation, simplification and approximation. Except for that type of questions, they need 100% accuracy. Now the point is how to get this accuracy. How to get the accuracy. See students, think it over. You can answer this one. You can get the accuracy only by practicing. Unconditional practice should be there. When can you practice the questions confidently? When you know the concept completely. Listen very carefully students, right? We are trying to get the right beginning from where we have to start. Alright, so here you can practice the questions only when the concept is clear. Only then confidently you can practice. Then how can you clear your concept? Only by knowing the basics. Very important. Only by knowing the basics. After knowing the syllabus for your examination. Simple. Okay. Now your preparation students, even if you are a beginner or already there in the preparation, you just take it as a repetition for you. Okay. Your preparation should start here. Knowing the syllabus. First, you try to get complete hold on the syllabus. At least you should know how many chapters are there in reasoning, how many are there in quanta, how many are there in English. From where they are giving questions in general, economy and financial related, banking related questions. You should know the syllabus first. Once you know the syllabus, based on the syllabus, you will learn the basics, thereby the concept. Then practice. Then you will get the accuracy. After getting the accuracy, you will get the speed. This is what exactly expected by the examiner. This is the road for the success students. You start from this end. There is an advantage for you as far as syllabus is concerned. Here luckily the syllabus for prelims and mains is by and large same. More or less that is same. You need not prepare for prelims separately or mains separately. For that matter, you should not do in that way, because the time gap between prelims and mains will be hardly 1 month. Hardly 1 month. After prelims, 15 days after that you get the result. After 15 days they are going to conduct the mains. From where will you get the time to study for mains separately? For that reason, your preparation should be together. Simultaneously you have to do for prelims and the mains. I'll tell you how to do that one. Now my focus is on the syllabus. Advantage with this syllabus is another advantage. There is a scope for that. Limited syllabus is there for you. For example, if you take civil services examination, just for example I am giving you. Take civil services examination, paper 1, general studies will be there. Do you know what is the scope for that general studies? Nobody knows that one. Even if they prescribe some syllabus, that is very vast. Questions can come from anywhere. Alright, but for this examination, for bank exams, the syllabus is prescribed. Alright, so if you take reasoning, there are hardly, I am telling you, hardly 20 to 24 chapters are there. Alright, even if you make sub-chapters, I am telling you, right, 20 to 24. In quantitative aptitude, around 20 to 22 chapters there. More or less I am telling you. You can subdivide that one also. Anyway, and in English, hardly there are 8 to 12 topics are there. Right? Anyway, general banking and finance related or economy issues, that is different issue. Let's call this one as general awareness in the mains. I'll tell you there is a limited scope for that one as well. I'll tell you. Now see students, when you know all the questions are in the reasoning, for example from these 20 to 24 chapters, can't you squeeze out these chapters? Can't you completely go through those chapters? If you are thorough with that chapter, from where they give question, whatever it may be, you should be in a position to answer that one. Can't you do that one? Yes, you can do. But only thing is that you should have positive attitude and your approach should be good. You divide the chapters. From these 20 to 24 chapters, how many chapters are useful for prelims? How many are for mains? How many are for both prelims and mains? What is the difficulty level? You can get that one from the previous papers. Based on that, you can start your preparation. I will tell you the students, number of topics here, the chapters, and from which chapter generally you get how many questions. Let's work out that one. It is going to be really beneficial for you. I am telling you, you have to start in this way. See students, before going for the further analysis subject wise, let me answer or let me clarify one frequently asked question from student side. Many students ask me like this, sir, we start the preparation confidently, keeping in the mind that one vacancy is mine. But practically speaking, lakhs of people, lakhs of candidates apply for SBI PO. What is my chance of getting success in this examination? Because huge number of people will apply for that. See students, practically speaking, the statistics say like this, keep this in your mind, very important point. It is true that lakhs of people apply for SBI PO examination, no doubt in this one. But truly speaking, the statistics, previous statistics show like this, out of the students or candidates applied for SBI PO, around 30 to 35% of the students or even 40% of the students won't take the examination. They won't come to the exam. For various reasons they apply for the job. They won't take the examination. This is true. Take it from me. Alright. If you go on screening in this way, finally 15 to, I can say 20 or maximum 25,000 of students are serious students. I wish all of you should come in this group. Got the clarity, right? Only 15 to 20 or 25,000 students are very serious about this one. After you get success in SBI PO examination, if anybody asks you, out of how many people, how many students you got the job, don't say 8 lakhs or 10 lakhs. Those students have only applied for this job. you must say that out of 20 or 25,000 students, I got selected. That's it. That is the sincerity. Got it, students, right? So you try to come in this group. And another thing that these 15 to 25,000 students, these students are going to get success. 100% they will get success in one exam or the other. In a maximum of 2 or maximum 3 years time. Right, 2 years you can take. In 2 years, they will get one or the other government job. You take it for granted. So for that reason, don't be under the impression that the competition is in lakhs. Competition is in lakhs only on the papers, not practically. Practically, this is the competition. Got it? Keep it in your mind, right? And boost up your confidence and go for the examination. Then students, before going for the subject-wise, subject-wise discussion, let us go for the mains pattern also very quickly, because we have not discussed that one. Very quickly we go for that one. In mains, there are 4 subjects for you. You know this one. Reasoning and computer aptitude is one. Second one is data interpretation and analysis. Data analysis. Okay. Then the third one will be English. Test in English language. And the fourth one is general or economy or banking awareness. Let's call it as general awareness. And how they have given the questions, the marks and everything. See students, generally in reasoning and computers they ask 45 questions, then 60 marks generally they allot for that one, and 60 minutes is the timing. Okay. Whereas this data interpretation and analysis, 35 questions will be there. Again 60 marks, timing is 45 minutes. Okay. Then coming to this English part. In English they give 35 questions and 40 marks, time also 40 minutes. Coming to this general awareness, they give general awareness how many? 40 questions I think. 40 questions, 40 and 35 minutes is the timing. See, total how many questions are there? 155 questions followed by 200 marks, and the allotted timing is 3 hours. Right. Here also negative marking is there. 1/4 of the maximum marks allocated or allotted for that question is going to be deducted in case of wrong answer. Right. And here also in the mains, this time there is no sectional wise cutoff. Prelims and mains. It's a good thing students, because suppose in prelims you take, if you are not good at English, most of the people suffer that one only. Even if you are not good at English, not good at reasoning or quant, if you are good at any 2 subjects, you can definitely clear the prelims. Got it? Alright, it does not mean that you shouldn't focus on English. English is also very important. That's very easy to score. I'll tell you how to go for that. But overall I'm telling you, even if you are not good at English, if you get only 2-3 marks in English section also in prelims, there is a possibility of going to mains. Even in mains also, suppose you are not very strong at one subject, it does not matter. It doesn't matter for you. If you get minimum marks in that one, that's enough. In other subjects you can cover. And scoring subjects are reasoning and this one, data interpretation or analysis. Okay, focus on these 2 to score, because weightage is more for this one. And most of the cases they give group questions also, so easily you can solve that. Alright, this is the mains pattern. Nothing new here. This is just like the previous year only. Everything is there. Only thing is that sectional cutoff is not there. And from this one, of course, after this they'll be conducting one descriptive test also. Descriptive test. 2 questions will be there. You have to type it on the computer. You should be knowing this one. Alright, so based on the marks you got in descriptive and objective of the mains examination, you will be called for the group exam or group discussion and interview part. Total, approximately 6,000 students are going to be selected for group exam or interview. Now, before going further, what is this computer aptitude? See students, even though they give computer aptitude coupled with reasoning in the examination, most of the cases there won't be any questions particularly from computer aptitude. Mostly they give all the questions, all the 45 questions from reasoning only. For better sake, even though for better sake, try to focus on some basic computer questions as well. Now, let's do one thing. Let's go for subject-wise analysis, students. This is very important for you. Listen very carefully. How to crack a reasoning paper. Let us start with that. Because it is scoring in mains, and very important in prelims also to go to mains. See students, reasoning is such a subject. Of course, this is my favorite subject, reasoning. Alright, I have been teaching this subject almost for the last 22 or 23 years. Thousands of students got benefited out of my methods, my own methods in reasoning. You can observe that one in our regular course. I have given every topic, right? Always remember, learn all the topics in reasoning from the basic level. Even if you are preparing for the examination for 1 year or 2 years, forget about that one. Start from the basic level, because if you want to get the accuracy in the examination, learning the concept from the basic level is important. Nowadays in competitive exams, particularly SBI PO examination, the questions are of high standard, high difficulty level questions they are giving. To crack those questions with full of twists, you should know the concept in a proper way. Without basics, learning some 2 or 3 shortcuts for one chapter, you cannot get success in the current competitive examination scenario. Forget about the shortcuts. Shortcut should be in such a way you have to learn the shortcut. You should be in a position to develop the own shortcut. You should do it by yourself after knowing the concept. That is the way of learning shortcuts. Okay, right. Now let's see this one. Reasoning, how to crack this one. We will start from the basic level, students. Alright, how many chapters are there in reasoning? Already I have given you. More or less, by and large, the number I have given you. See, in reasoning, basically, we can divide this reasoning into 2 parts, students. Listen very carefully. One is verbal reasoning, other one is non-verbal reasoning. After this introduction of online system in bank exams, they have removed this non-verbal section. Of course, non-verbal questions were very easy. They used to give 15 questions from non-verbal. Out of 15, students could do at that time with some techniques 12 questions correct, minimum 12 questions. Anyway, that section is not there. Non-verbal means without any words. Verbal means with words. Question is prepared with words is called verbal reasoning. Non-verbal questions are prepared with the symbols or pictures, whatever it may be. That's called elements. Anyway, students, let's forget about this. Now come back to verbal reasoning. In verbal reasoning also, we can make it into 2 parts. One is reasoning based on rules. Other one is pure analytical section, analytical or critical reasoning. Generally in the notifications they give this one as a high level reasoning. Of course, from chapters from rules also can be taken into high level reasoning. Again, students, this reasoning based on rules, we can divide that one into 2 parts again. Total 12 chapters will be there here. Very, very important chapters. So, one of the chapters here is a puzzle chapter, puzzle test. Let us take it as puzzle quickly. Second one is a seating arrangement. Third one is Syllogism, Syllogism. Fourth one is input and output, machine input and output. The next one is data sufficiency, and the other one, sixth one, is decision making. Most important chapters for competitive exams. SBI is not an exception for that. Next, in this rules section only, another 6 chapters are there. The first chapter I can take coding and decoding. Next one is directions. Third one is blood relations. Fourth one is sequence and ranking questions, order questions. Sequence and ranking. The next one, fifth one, is coded inequalities. Okay. Then the sixth one, problems based on alphabets or some types of numbers. Let us take this one as miscellaneous questions. 6 chapters. 6 plus 6, 12. Whereas pure analytical section or critical reasoning, 6 chapters are there, like assumptions. You must have heard of this one. Statement assumptions. In mains examination, definitely you are going to get number of questions from this section. If you take RBI Grade B Officers examination, they give high priority to this section. Anyway, go for this one. Second one is statement conclusions. Next one is statement courses of action. Next one is assumptions, conclusions, courses of action, arguments, statement arguments. Next one is inferences. Next one is cause and effect. Important section. See students, I like this section very much. I teach this section in such a way that I am telling you, you will never forget that one in your life, the concept. Most of the students get confused here. We'll come back to that one. But before this, let us discuss these chapters very quickly in the light of prelims and mains. Because for prelims and mains, by and large, the syllabus is same. Of course, this section generally they won't ask in prelims, they ask in mains examination. Alright, now coming to these chapters students, most important of all these 12 chapters are these two chapters, puzzle and seating arrangement. Many questions they are giving in the examination from these two chapters only. If you go through the previous paper, almost 70% of the questions in the prelims and many questions in the mains are from these two chapters only. Previously the scenario was not like this. Previously they used to give only 5 questions from puzzle, only one puzzle they used to give. Previously means I am talking 10 years ago, almost 8 to 10 years ago. Only one question from seating arrangement. At that time, most of the students used to leave their questions as choice. Choice in the sense, suppose 50 questions are there, 50 out of 50 nobody can attempt except the computer. Alright, you have to leave some questions. I'll tell you how to leave that. Anyway, now here, now there is no escape, because most of the questions are from these two chapters only. See students, I dealt with these two chapters in such a way that you can never forget this one. Again I am telling you. Right? There is a separate method for this one. Because in puzzles, different types of puzzles they are giving nowadays. Very high difficulty level questions they are asking from puzzle and seating arrangement. Right? See students, many models are there in puzzles. Many models are there. They are clubbing the chapters like puzzle, seating arrangement, blood relations, sequence and ranking. They are just clubbing all these things to prepare one very difficult question. They give some 8 persons are there seated around a circular table. Some are facing inside, some are facing outside, for example. And they give professions to each person. And those people are related to one another. And if you made them stand on a line on the basis of their heights, this is the order. See how they are preparing the question. To crack that one, first of all, you should learn the puzzle from the basic level. This is important, students. Many students who are preparing for the last 1 or 2 years and saying that, sir, I am not able to crack the examination because of this reason only. They are not focusing on the basics. When you are not focusing on the basics, how would you get the accuracy? There is no question of getting speed without accuracy. For that reason, first focus on the basics. In puzzle test, the skill is that you need to understand the puzzle very quickly. Read the puzzle very quickly and try to find out in how many columns I can solve the puzzle. Then keep the positive information on the right side, negative information on the left side. And go on correlating the sentences with each other and try to find out the hidden data from that one. This is the way to unravel the puzzle. I have given such a fantastic method for you students in my course. Any question, whatever it may be, any puzzle, whatever it may be, you can solve within the stipulated time. This is the feedback given by the students. Students generally say, after purchasing the course, after going through the lessons, they send the mail that, sir, I am comfortable with puzzles. Trust me, students. You have to do in that way. Positive on the right side, negative on the left side. You have to go by the elimination process. The secret to solve the puzzles is the more amount of practice. First to learn the concept, learn the basics. What is the basic methodology to unravel a puzzle? Then go on practicing the questions. In practice, what happens while reading the sentences, reading the clues given by the examiner in the puzzle, automatically your mind will be tuned and that will be correlating one information with the other to find out the hidden data. You need to bring out the hidden data. If you practice the questions in this way, solving puzzle and seating arrangement is not at all a big issue. Alright, even seating arrangement also in the same way. Many types of questions are there in seating arrangement. Seating arrangement is also one type of puzzle, I can say. This is also unraveling a puzzle. Alright, first you learn the basic method to how to go for this one, then go on practicing the questions. Definitely you can solve this one. Whereas Shilhaism. See students, Shilhaism, such an important chapter, such a fantastic one, such an interesting one. Right, first time Shilhaism chapter was introduced by State Bank of India, SBI PO only. Some years ago, almost I can recollect that one, 21 years ago they have started giving questions from Shilhaism. They started this chapter as logical deductions and slowly the name is being changed to Shilhaism. This is also, students, I have taught a method with the help of the Venn diagrams from the basic level. Because Shilhaism questions, gradually they are changing the pattern. Now, some time ago, instead of statement and a conclusion, Shilhaism is nothing but from the statements you have to conclude something. After correlating the statements on a common platform with one method or the other method, you need to find out, you need to draw the right conclusion from that one. Basically, the statements are meaningless statements. Some boys or girls, no air is an aeroplane. No parties like pin, in that way they give. You need to correlate that. On a common platform, I have chosen Venn diagrams method for this one. That method also I taught almost 10 hours on this one. 10 hours. That is required. If you just observe that one, just attend these classes, 10 hours of classes of Shilhaism, I am pretty sure that you can do 5 out of 5 questions correct in the examination. You can maintain 200% accuracy. Because the pattern is changing, as I told you just now. Statement, conclusions. By giving statement and conclusions, they started giving first conclusions followed by statements. These conclusions can be drawn from which of the following statements. They give the combinations. To know that, to do that one, to crack it, if you do not know the basic methodology, you cannot do that. So don't rely on mere shortcuts. Shortcuts should be developed by you. And many other forms also they are giving questions from Shilhaism. You follow the method which I have given in the regular course. I am pretty sure that you can crack any question based on Shilhaism. Okay, then followed by this one, input and output. This is also very important, and even this model input and output questions are introduced by SBI only. At that time, SBI exams were conducted by CRB, Central Recruitment Board. After that, it has become Central Recruitment Department. Now it is Central Recruitment and Promotions Department. Now it is, right? SBI was completely different from other banks previously also. Other banks used to come under one BSRB. Accordingly, there are many BSRBs in our country. There were. Alright, SBI was something different, and that paper for other banks was set by IBPS also at that time. IBPS is not a new organization, right? From that time onwards, IBPS used to prepare question paper for other banks through BSRBs. From that time, SBI was separate. Central Recruitment Board was there. They were introducing this type of questions. For the first time, input and output questions were introduced by SBI only. So, most of the students do not know, for that matter faculty also, there are some models, different models in this one. Ending model, unending model, miscellaneous model. For ending model, one method is there. Unending model, other method is there. Miscellaneous, you have to do in the other way. If you know that basic ending, unending and miscellaneous, the new pattern questions which they are giving nowadays for the last 2 years, that will be easier for you. That's a cake swap for you if you know the basics. Without knowing the basics, it will be really difficult, I am telling you, to find out the logic of input and output. Because in machine input and output, they give one example to you. Right? Based on that example, you need to solve 3 to 6 questions in the examination. If you know the logic of that mission input and output given in the example, if you know that, you can crack all the 3 or 6 questions. If you do not know that one, all the 3 or 6 questions are gone case. Yes or no? For that reason, learning from the basics is important. Focus on this one as well. Then coming to data sufficiency. Data sufficiency also very important chapter, students. In data sufficiency, all the chapters can be covered in this one. First, they ask one question, followed by statement 1 and statement 2. Means data 1, data 2. You need to find out using statement 1 or statement 2, are you able to answer the question conformably or not. Sometimes they give statement 3 also. If they give only 2 statements, they give the options like statement 1 alone is sufficient to answer the question, whereas 2 alone is not sufficient. In the same way, 2 alone is sufficient, either 1 or 2, both are required to solve the question, answer the question, or neither 1 or 2. If they give the third statement, options will be changed. In data sufficiency, they can ask the questions from coding, decoding, directions, blood relation, ranking, puzzle, a little puzzle, they give a small puzzle, or even seating arrangement, and Shillism also. Anything can be asked in data sufficiency. If you know the basic method, data sufficiency, it is the same, everything is same, logic is same for quant and reasoning. Alright, then coming to this, decision making nowadays they are not asking, don't focus on this one. They stopped giving questions almost for the last 4 to 5 years. Just forget about that. Anyway, some criteria will be given to you, followed by you need to find out the answer for the question. Anyway, if it is required, I will just discuss in the regular classes. Leave it. Now, this section is also very important and very easy, students. For that matter, you don't need any guidance for this one. Right? You by yourself can do this one if you read the concept in a proper way. But in the examination, in coding, decoding, nowadays they have changed the pattern. Some new pattern questions are also given in the examination. Focus on this one in the light of new pattern questions. From this coding, decoding, they are giving 2 to 3 questions, sometimes 4 questions also. 3 questions, around 3 you are getting. Directions is a very simple chapter. No need to explain much about this one. From this one you can get 1 to 2 questions from this one. Whereas blood relations, if it is coupled with puzzle and seating arrangement, definitely one set of blood relations will be given to you. Blood relations questions can be solved very easily with the help of a family chart. If you are able to draw the family chart properly, you can easily solve the questions. Some questions can be solved without writing anything on the paper. Some questions you need to write or you need to draw the family chart on the paper if it is particularly coupled with these chapters, a part of a puzzle. Okay, now blood relations, individually, if they give individually, they give 1 to 2 questions. Sequence and ranking, they are giving 2 to 3 or 4 questions. Coded inequalities, 3 to 5 questions. Miscellaneous questions around 2. Then I am talking about preliminary examination in prelims. In prelims, many questions will be given. I cannot say the number because every time they are changing that one. Maybe 15 questions they may give. Sometimes they are giving 18 questions. Right? Sometimes they are giving 20 questions also from these 2 chapters. Right? Shillism, you can expect 4 to 5 questions. For one shift, they may give Shillism. For the other shift, they may not give. That depends upon the paper, examination paper, right? And input output, generally they are asking questions from in the mains exam, not in the prelims. Sometimes they are asking even in prelims also. Whenever they ask, they should ask group questions only. Alright, 3 to 4 or 5 or sometimes 6. Data sufficiency, they can ask in prelims, but mostly you can get in mains. This 4 to 5 questions. This is how you need to focus on reasoning based on rules. In the examination also, students, I'll give you one technique. Don't start with the puzzle or seating arrangement. Because suppose they have given 4 puzzles in the exam or 3 puzzles in the preliminary examination, for example, right? Out of 3 puzzles, definitely one puzzle will be the highest difficulty level puzzle. By chance, If you start with puzzle and start with that particular question, unnecessarily you will lose time in the examination and thereby you will lose the confidence. The complete examination will go. For that reason, students, my suggestion, don't start with this one in the exam. You start with these small chapters. See, start with coded inequalities. Very simple. You can easily crack 3 out of 3 or 5 out of 5. I have given some techniques for that. Okay. Then after this one, go for coding, decoding. Definitely you can get 100% correct if you know the logic in a proper way in the examination. That can be done with a little amount of practice. Blood relations, directions, sequence and ranking. Very simple chapters, right? You start with this section. Your confidence will be boosted up. Then go for puzzle and seating arrangement. Out of the given 3 puzzles or 4 puzzles, by reading 2 sentences, you can come to know what is the difficulty level of that one. 2 to 3 sentences. That will come to you by practice. If you feel that is one of the easiest puzzles from the given one, start that one. Nothing is going to happen. Right? If you feel that is most difficult one, leave that. Don't touch it. Go for the other one. Then come back to this one if time allows. Okay, then after that, focus on, suppose if they give Shilvaism questions, you can do 4 out of 4 correct in the examination or 5 out of 5. And that is so with the other chapters also. But students, I am telling you, once you understand the concept of puzzle and seating arrangement and practice the questions, I am telling you, you will develop interest towards that one. Once you get that, like your mind is tuned in that way, you never leave any puzzle in the examination. That will be challenging to you. You can solve any puzzle. You just follow the method what I have taught in my regular course. I am pretty sure that any puzzle and every puzzle can be solved. Only thing is that you should get interest. When would you get interest? If all the questions made by you, all the puzzles made by you are unraveled, you will get interest. Otherwise, you will be disappointed. For that reason, learn the basics. Focus on this one. You can do miracles on the examination with this one. Then students, coming to this section, very, very important section. Okay, I can tell you, very less people can teach this one. I am telling you openly, I am telling you, very less. Because a lot of exercise should be done for this one. Many students do I can say getting confused in the examination while attempting these questions, because these chapters are not part of our academic studies, and that too they give the questions very logically with very critical analysis. If you do not know the concept of this one, you cannot do anything. For example, students, I'll tell you, assumptions chapter is there. Generally in the examination they give like this, one statement followed by 2 assumptions. You need to find out which assumption is implicit in the statement. Whether if you feel that only assumption 1 is implicit in the statement, go for one option. Only 2 is implicit, go for the other option. Either 1 or 2 implicit, go for one option. Neither 1 nor 2 implicit, go for that one. And both 1 and 2 implicit, go for one option. They give in this way. If you do not know the concept in a proper way, it's very difficult to understand. For a normal student, I am telling you, without having much knowledge of this chapter, if you go and attempt this question, you won't understand that one in the examination. You will be confused. If you know the concept, that will be easier for you. See, assumption means, assumption is nothing but a hidden meaning of the statement. What would have been thought by the speaker before giving the statement is called assumption. Assumptions are always before the statement. Conclusions are always after the statement. You need to find out the assumption of the speaker who is giving the statement, not your assumption. Many students do not know that one, for that matter many faculty also. Alright, many students what they do, they give their own assumption, or they give their own conclusion, or they give their own idea, or they give their own judgment. That questions are not in that way. The expectation is something else. Assumption is the hidden meaning of the statement. What would have been thought by the speaker before giving the statement is called assumption. Remember that one. If you know that one in a proper way, easily you can go for. Conclusion. Conclusions are always drawn from the statement. Assumptions are always implicit in the statement, hidden inside the statement. So first the sequence is like this. First we assume something. Based on the assumption we make a statement. From the statement we conclude something. Got the clarity? Right? So conclusions are drawn from the statement. Assumptions are implicit in the statement. Slight difference is there. Many students get confused and they interchange this one. So first read the statement properly and take the conclusion, draw the conclusion from the statement. Your opinion is not at all valid in critical reasoning. You are just a judge there. How the judge comes out with the verdict. Alright, how the judge pronounces the verdict, in the same way you have to do that one. Your personal opinion is not at all valid. While taking the assumption, what would have been thought by the speaker before giving the statement is called assumption, not your assumption. You are a judge there. Even conclusion also. From the given facts in the statement, what can be drawn from the statement is called conclusion. Even though the content which is given in the statement is beyond the practicality, that doesn't matter for you. You are a judge. You need to combine the given statements given in the statement and draw right conclusion from the statements, not your opinion. Simple one. But it needs almost 2 hours to explain only conclusions. I have done that one. So I have fantastically done this assumptions and the conclusions. You'll never forget this one in your life. Then courses of action. Courses of action means one problem will be discussed, followed by 2 remedies for that one. For example, course of action 1, course of action 2. If you are an administrator, which course of action would be suggested? Here also, you shouldn't bring your opinion. Based on the problem only, you have to go for the solution. Problem is given by them. Remedy is given by them. As an administrator, what would you do? Logically is important. Got it? Next one is argument. Most important and interesting one. They give one statement. Interrogative statement. Can we introduce computers in all sectors in India? Question mark. Interrogative statement. Followed by yes, one argument, no, other argument. You need to check which argument is strong, which argument is weak. Not based on your opinion. You are a judge here. Based on the reason for that one. Yes, we need to introduce computers in all sectors in India because one reason will be given to you. As a judge, you have to examine the given reason and you have to go for whether it is strong reason or not. Based on that one, whether the given argument is strong or not. There are some rules for that one. 6 rules are there. I have discussed all the rules in the regular course. Then inferences. Cause and effect. Inferences means they give one passage to you. You need to find out whether given the inference is true or false. Is it definitely true or probably true? Definitely false or probably false, or data inadequate. So this cannot be explained in 2 or 3 minutes. It takes almost 4 to 5 hours to explain this inferences. You will never forget that. Cause and effect. They give 2 events, event A, event B. You need to find out which is cause and which is effect with the different types of options they give. Alright, see students, my overall idea is to get mastery over this part. Reasoning based on rules and analytical or critical reasoning. You need expertise guidance, I am telling you. Without guidance, if you go for the examination, you cannot do anything. The question paper is not like how it was 10 years ago. So on the lighter side, I will tell you one thing. Suppose 10 or 15 years ago, one person wrote PO examination, SBI PO. Unfortunately, he met with an accident and went into coma. Suppose yesterday he woke up from coma and straight away after 15 years, you are bringing him to one more SBI PO examination. After seeing the paper, what happens? You can guess it. He will again go into coma. Again go into coma. Yes and no. Questions are like that. They have changed the pattern like anything. So according to the difficulty level you have to prepare. You need perfect guidance, I am telling you. Once you know the concept, the basic level concept, only then you can practice with confidence. Then only you can get the accuracy followed by speed, followed by meeting the expectation of the examiner and getting through the examination. Invest time in this one and invest a little amount of money for a good institute, I am telling you. For that reason only, I kept fee very low, students. At the end of the video, I will tell you. My intention is that every student should be logically fit. Every student should be benefited. Before going to discuss quantitative aptitude section, I'd like to give you one information, students. In our course, reasoning, quant and English. For these three subjects, we have more than 280 videos so far. Okay, and I'm going to add minimum 2 to 3 videos every week to the existing videos. This process will go on. The new videos which I am going to add are according to the new pattern. More difficulty level questions so that you will be equipped every time. Okay, so if I record some videos and leave this one like that, if it is not updated, that will be lost to the students. For that reason only, every week the course is going to be updated. Since the SBI notification is out, I am going to add more videos in reasoning section. Now mostly puzzle seating arrangement. I am going to add as many puzzles as possible. Even if I give 100 lessons on puzzle also, that is less only, I am telling you. Those many models are there. So if I teach one model 10 times also, nothing is going to happen except the practice for the students. Anyway, students, now let's move on to quant section. This quantitative aptitude is also very much important as well as scoring for you. You know that one. Alright, in prelims as well as mains. Let us discuss this one also in the light of both prelims and the mains. See, students, quantitative aptitude, the very important chapters for bank exams. Let me list out that one first quickly. The first one is simplification and approximation. Okay. Next one is number system. Third one is number series. Fourth one is percentages. Fifth is averages. Sixth one is ratio and proportion. Seventh one is mixture and allegation rules. The next one is profit and loss. Next one is simple and compound interest. Very important chapter. As far as even they are giving questions in data interpretation from simple and compound interest also. I'll tell you that one. Next one is mensuration. Okay. Next one is time and work. In this time and work only you get pipes and cistern, work and wages. All are coming under same section. Okay, time and work, pipes and cistern, works and wages. Then come to time and distance. In time and distance only I have discussed problems based on trains. Then boats and streams, very important one. Okay, next one is partnership, very important for bank exams. Partnership. Next one is problems based on ages. They give these questions in prelims. Okay, even sometimes mains also. Next one is permutation and combination and probability. Next one is quadratic equations, simple chapter. Alright, followed by we can take clocks and calendars also, but nowadays they are not giving questions, but just write down clocks and calendars. And finally, very important one, data interpretation and data analysis. Right. These are the chapters. Generally they ask questions in prelims and mains. Of course in mains they are asking questions only based on data interpretation and analysis. See, students, to do data interpretation questions, remember this one. Remember, if you are perfect with the simplification and approximation, then percentages, averages, ratio and proportion. you can do many questions very easily in data interpretation. Because in data interpretation, generally I'm telling you, generally they give some graphs or tables or combination of graph and a table. You need to answer the questions based on that graph or a table. While answering that one, two things are required. One is analyzing the question and try to find out what is to be found out, then apply simplification and approximation methods for quicker solution there. So analysis is one part, simplification is the other part. Simplification can be done with these chapters. This one, approximation simplification, percentage, average, ratio proportion. Many questions in data interpretation can be solved. So these chapters are very important for prelims as well as mains. Alright, then coming to this number series. Definitely you are going to get questions from number system and number series in preliminary examination as well as mains. Generally in prelims, they are giving 4 to 5 questions from number series. 4 to 5 questions. And 3 to 4 questions from very simple chapter by name quadratic equations. You are getting this one definitely. Out of 35 questions, 4 to 5 are from number series, then 3 to 4 questions are directly from quadratic equation. Then simplification and approximation. Generally they are giving 4 to 5 questions. I am talking about the prelims, right? Suppose 4 to 5 questions from here, right? Then 1 or 2 questions they are giving from number system also. Alright. If you just go on counting in this way, approximately I am telling here, these two 5 plus 5, 10, and somewhere here or there this is 5, 15, and you will get 10 questions from data interpretation, 8 to 10. And the remaining questions are from these miscellaneous chapters. See students, whether it is miscellaneous individual questions from these chapters or these chapters are included in data interpretation also. Whatever it may be, knowing the basics is very important students. Even from a simple chapter, percentages, last year SBI they have given one question, such a wonderful question they have given. That question is completely based on the basics of percentages, but in a different way, in a very twisty way they have given the question. So many students even could not understand that question. Alright, many intelligent students. So what I mean to say, nowadays in the competitive exams, they are not giving questions directly. They are not asking the questions like A can do a work in like 10 days, B can do in 15 days, C can do in so many days, and based on that one, they are not preparing a question in that way. Even a question from time and work or time and distance, simple compound interest, and many other chapters, they are preparing the question completely based on the concept. A student who can attempt the question, that student should be thorough with the basics of that concept. Only then you are able to do the question. Previously, that type of questions in that model, that pattern used to be asked only in CAT examination. But nowadays, even in SBI PO, for that matter, IBPS PO also, they are asking the question based on the same grounds. So, learning the basics is important. If you learn some shortcuts in quantitative aptitude, it will not work out. Shortcuts, as I told you repeatedly, I am telling you, shortcuts can be developed by yourself if you know the concept in a proper way. For that reason, in my course, I focused on the basics. For example, in one chapter I have given 10 lessons, 6 lessons are based on the basics only. After that only I started moderate to high difficulty level questions, because your fundamental base is strong. You can do any question and every question in the examination. Alright, anyway students, focus on these chapters: simplification, approximation for prelims, number series, number system, quadratic equations, and data interpretation. As far as the mains, even permutation, combination and probability also, even they are asking questions in the prelims from these chapters also. Focus on this one. All the chapters are important for prelims, because this set of questions, 5 here, just now I have given you the counting. Apart from this, minimum 10 questions are there from individual chapters in the miscellaneous way. For that reason, focusing on this one also very important. And most of the questions in arithmetic or quantitative aptitude, I'll give you students one method with the help of the unitary method. If you know unitary method in a proper way, that can be applicable for percentages, averages, profit and loss, mixture and allegation, simple compound interest, data interpretation, alright, even for that matter, time and work, time and distance, everywhere you can use a unitary method. I have given in my first class itself, I have given clear idea of a unitary method. Unitary method can replace algebra. Suppose by taking something as x in arithmetic, that is lengthy procedure. Don't take something as x as far as possible. Don't bring algebra into arithmetic. These questions can be solved logically. And I have relied on Vedic mathematics also. Many chapters I have shown you in the light of Vedic mathematics how to solve the questions. Follow those basics. Alright, in the mains examination, most importantly they are asking questions from data interpretation analysis. In data interpretation only, they are including missing data interpretation and questions based on caselets. Different types of caselets they are asking. Caselet model previously used to be in CAT, MAT and other exams. Now they have brought that one to bank POs also. Alright, so in data interpretation, they are asking questions based on different concepts. Previously, data interpretation used to be based on only graphs, tables and mixing of graphs and tables. But gone are those days. Nowadays, they are not asking in that way. Even simple and compound interest also included in data interpretation. They are asking questions based on profit and loss also in interpretation there. Alright, they are asking questions based on time and work, boards and streams also in data interpretation. That is possible. So, to do those questions in data interpretation, first of all, you should be thorough with the concept. If you do not know the complete concept of simple and compound interest, how can you solve questions based on simple and compound interest in data interpretation? And that too, they are giving some blanks also. They are not giving complete information there. Some information is missing there. You need to fill up the data first with the help of the concept based on the concept of that particular topic. You are able to filter. Then you need to go for interpreting the data. First analyze the question, then after that bring simplification techniques into picture so that you can easily solve the question within the stipulated time. Got the clarity? Right. So to go for this one, data interpretation in mains examination, you should be thorough with all these chapters. Even problems based on ages also they are asking in data interpretation. Followed by caselets and data analysis also. Most of the data analysis questions can be solved by converting the data into tables or Venn diagrams. You can easily solve that one. I have explained many lessons are there. I think 15 to 20 hours of lessons are there only based on interpretation and analysis. Since the notification is out, I am going to add many lessons for this one also. Try to utilize the opportunity. Right? Try to utilize the experience of the faculty to get secured position in this type of exams. Alright, then coming to English and general awareness section students. See, for general awareness section and English, one common thing you have to do, that is, tell me what is that one? You have to read a newspaper regularly. That's very important for you. One English newspaper you take. I suggest you the Hindu. The Hindu. This is available in almost all the states in our country. You please patronize this one. Go for reading of the Hindu. Particularly the Hindu newspaper, you read the editorial part. Very important one. Many new words will be there and your vocabulary will be developed. Because in English, questions are based on grammar and vocabulary. See students, your vocabulary cannot be built up in one day. You won't get rich vocabulary in one day. It takes some years. But as far as competitive exams are concerned, you can get the enough vocabulary by reading newspaper. You read editorial. One editorial will be like this. Nowadays they are giving 2 editorials. The same column, 2 editorials will be there. Then followed by 2 paragraphs will be given to essays. Essay number 1 and essay number 2. Generally they give. Then followed by on the same page letters to editor. Letters to editor. You please read this paper every day. Every day. Keep the dictionary beside you. Nowadays nobody is using dictionaries, just we are using cell phones. That is also, that's also okay, nothing wrong in that one. Because you are getting rich data in the mobile, in internet. There is no need to use dictionary also, just go for this one. Online dictionary is available, nothing wrong in using the technology. Alright, anyway students, right, just keep that one beside you, go for that one and underline the difficult words. So reading newspaper is not only useful for English paper but for general awareness paper also. Because in general awareness they ask questions based on current affairs, then economy based questions and banking awareness. For this current affairs part, the Hindu paper is the best one. Make a notes and you need to refer 6 month current affairs. 6 month current affairs before the examination. And for this economy based and this one banking awareness, I suggest you Economic Times, the best newspaper. You go for Economic Times because this is useful for you, Economic Times, not only for English economy based issues and banking awareness, but for English reading comprehension section also. Because in reading comprehension section they give 1 passage or 2 passages, but most of the passages are based on economy based issues only, financial related issues they are giving. Just observe that one in the previous papers. Most of the reading comprehension questions are based on economy based, financial related. The terminology is little different. If you directly approach that one in the examination, directly read the terminology in the exam, it will be taking much time for you. Ample of time will be wasted. Already if you go through this Economic Times every day, the terminology may not be new for you in the examination. Alright, you can easily read the words and quickly go for that one, quickly analyze and understand the passage, thereby do the questions based on reading comprehension. Alright, so one of the ways to build up your vocabulary is reading one good English newspaper. And magazines also you can read. Magazines also. This is useful for both general awareness as well as English paper. Alright, then followed by, for general awareness, I am talking general awareness, banking related and economy, you can patronize any monthly magazine. Even I suggest that one also, monthly magazine. So, and you can rely on some websites also. Some civil services websites are there. They are giving complete analysis of current affairs. You can go for that one. You can follow that one as well, so that you will get complete data on this one. Coming to our course students, in our course, every month we are adding almost 500 slides as content for current affairs, economy and banking related issues. Research team is there, they research on that one, right? So content will be there and more than 500 objective type questions will be there, purely in the light of banking section, banking exams. Okay, so I am telling you students, I have done a research on this one. Almost in the mains examination, 85 to 90% of the questions are directly from this material or material. Okay, why I have suggested you some websites and other newspapers? Because that will be supporting for you. Basically, you can get concept from here. 500 PowerPoint presentations will be there in the form of slides, followed by more than 500 objective type questions for general awareness, general banking and economy issues. You will get 85 to 95% of the questions correct in the examinations directly from our study material. Alright, then coming to English section, students. The most important parts in English section are, first one is reading comprehension. Okay. Next one is para-jumbled. Third one is close test. Then fourth one is fill up the blanks, means double fillers or single fillers. Next one is error detection, spotting errors. These are most important because every time you get questions from reading comprehension, then para-jumbled, then close test, double fillers or single fillers, error detection. Apart from this, they are giving many new types of questions like phrase replacement they are giving, or error detection in a different way with many combinations they are giving. Even close test also they have changed the pattern, new pattern, 2-3 new models they are giving. Alright, even for para-jumbled also, jumbled sentence also, they change the pattern. Almost they are giving the mains paper I am talking about in English, almost it is on lines of a GRE examination, particularly SBI PO. To go for that one, students, basics are very important for you. Even in English also, you should know grammar rules plus rich vocabulary should be there. Right? I have dealt with English subject right from grammar there, right from parts of speech we have discussed in our course. Alright, next I have focused more on the new type of questions. Anyway, the notification is out. I am going to add many more videos for English, particularly based on new pattern questions. Phrase replacement is there. Even error detection also they are giving mind-blowing questions, right? Different models they are giving. So one good thing for English paper, the new pattern of English paper is 50% of English paper can be solved logically. Logically you can solve the questions. Even if you do not have much vocabulary and do not know grammar rules perfectly also. To some extent I am telling you, you should know grammar. To some extent I am telling you, with the logic you can solve some of the questions. And that too, those students who are not good at English, this time English is not a compulsion there. So no individual cutoff is there. For that matter, even if you get some less marks in English also, you can cover that one in quant and reasoning and even general awareness section also. It does not mean that I am not suggesting that English should be neglected. English also you can get many questions very easily in the examination with your logic. Anyway, I am going to take a separate session for English because that is separate session and many students are weak in English also. I have observed that one. So I am going to take separate session for this one, even on YouTube also, and I am going to add many new videos in our course as well. This is the way, students, to go for the analysis. Overall, I can say one thing. You have to build up the basics properly, quant and reasoning. Of course, English. Only then you are able to get success in the competitive exams according to new pattern. Got the clarity? Now, I am going to introduce you my course. How my course is there, how you are going to be benefited out of that one. I'll just explain you. See, students, just make a note of the classes here, how we are offering the course. We are offering the course in 3 modes. One is online, other one is pen drive, next one is SD card. Alright, thousands of students are there, like I'm telling you, more than 10,000 of students are like currently undergoing training in our institute in these 3 modes. Online is suitable for those students who have sufficient Wi-Fi connectivity, right, or data connectivity. You can watch the videos online, right, in your laptops, desktops, mobiles or tabs. Okay. Whereas a pen drive course is suitable for those students who have laptop or desktop with them and not having proper internet connectivity, or data usage is less, because without internet you can watch the course in pen drive. We will be sending you one pen drive by copying all the course content into this one. After receiving that one, you have to copy the content to your laptop or desktop, and with one username and password you can use it. In the encrypted format, all the videos will be there. Once the course period is over, automatically the program is going to be stopped there, that is going to be disconnected. Okay, anyway, I will come back to this one. And remember, pen drive cannot be opened in mobiles. This program is purely for laptops and desktops. This will work for Windows, Linux and MacBooks also. Alright, then SD card. SD card is purely for mobiles. For those students who do not have proper data connectivity, they can go for SD card. If you have proper data connectivity, instead of SD card, I suggest you online. Because online can be watched anywhere, anytime, whatever it may be, right? From any device. You can use in your laptop, desktop, mobile, and if you have tab, even in tab also with the same username and password you can access it. We have not kept any restriction for that one, because students can open that one from anywhere in the country. And moreover, one video can be watched n number of times. There is no restriction for that one also. If you want to watch the video to some part today, just you can watch up to that one. Tomorrow you can continue from there. 100 times also you can watch one video. Right? Coming to the content, we have so far more than 280 videos. Okay, the videos are available for reasoning, quant and English, 3 subjects. And these are videos, video lessons, and each video is more than 1 hour. And on an average, some videos are even 1 hour 45 minutes also. On an average, 1 hour video will be there. Then followed by ebooks, study material. After watching the video, you have to go for ebooks. More than 4,000 plus pages of ebooks are there for all the chapters. Then followed by chapter wise practice tests. Right? Almost for every chapter in reasoning, quant and English, you have number of chapter wise tests. Then followed by mock test. You have more than 250 mock tests we are offering. Now very recently we have launched a new website exclusively for mock tests, right? And that is free of cost for all the students who purchase the course. Then after mock tests, coming to the other subjects, this is general awareness. We are giving monthly capsule with more than 500 slides in the PDF form. Then followed by more than 500 objective type questions. This is enough, more than enough, adequate for general awareness, general economy and banking awareness questions. This is enough. Then coming to this one, what do you call this one? Banking and marketing also, we are offering some study material. This is enough. And duration of the course also. Duration of the course, we have a 3-month course. You can purchase the course online, pen drive or SD card. 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 12 months, then 1.5 year, 18 months or 24 months. That is as per your convenience. See students, I always suggest you, this 3-month course is called a crash course, and this is short-term course, this is regular course, this is extended course, and this is long-term course. I always suggest the students who are preparing for the examinations, this type of examinations, the regular course, the 12-month course or the 18-month course. These two are the best and suitable courses for the students who are preparing for this type of competitive exams. This 3 months and 6-month course. These two are suitable for those students who have been preparing for this examination for quite a long time, probably for the last 2 years or 1.5 or 3 years. For that type of students, to brush up the concept, this is suitable. Whereas a 24-month course is suitable for those students who are in their final year graduation. Many students are coming in that way. I am happy to share that one with you. That is the spirit. When they are in the final year or in the third year only, the engineering graduate particularly I am talking about, they are taking this course for 24 months, for 2 years. By the time they complete the course and attempt the examination, they will be having one government job in their hands. Really, that is good. They will boost up their confidence. Yes or no? This is suitable for those students are the students who want to prepare on long-term basis. Even they can purchase this course. I have kept the fee also very minimum, students. You can understand that one. After purchasing the course, the students are surprised and they immediately send a mail to me, sir, how can you give this type of course with this much price? Because that is my main intention, students. I want to give the course with the rock bottom price, as less as possible, but that should be the best in the country. As far as the content is concerned, basics are concerned, and the expertise is concerned. Alright, now for this one 3-month course, we are charging 2,600. Okay, for 6 months 3,600, for 12 months 4,600, 18 months I think 5,200, and 24 months 5,900. Okay, this is for online. For pen drive and SD card, simply the pen drive cost will be added to this one. Our SD card cost will be added to this one. That's all. This is about our course. I am telling you, students, you just invest this much money for this. Invest your money and time, you will be definitely getting success. I am giving you the assurance. Just follow our videos, because I prepared these videos out of my 22 years of experience. I developed my own shortcuts based on the concept. I taught that one in these videos. Try to utilize that one and get success in this type of exams. Thousands of students, thousands of my students are working in various banks across the country. Every time after results, I get hundreds of calls saying that, sir, just because of you, we got success. For a teacher, what more than this one I require? I'll be really happy if you also, right, after purchasing the course, preparing for this one, even if you call me saying that, sir, I got selected, I'll be the happiest person. Okay, after you and your parents. Anyway, students, this is the these are the details of the course, and you can get more details by visiting our website. That is www.chakravarthysir.com. chakravarthysir, chakravarthysir.com. Okay, the procedure to join the course: first you please visit this website and fill up the sign up form. By giving your name, mobile number and a mail ID. Then you will be getting one OTP on your mobile. Just give that one, your free account will be created. After opening the free account, by logging in with your mobile number and password or mail ID and password, you can get 3 lessons free of cost, full length lessons. Some lessons I have kept on YouTube, only part of the course, right? But the real and regular course, full length 3 videos are available for you. One from English, one from reasoning, and one from quantitative aptitude. From quant, I have given mixture and derivation, free of cost. From reasoning, puzzle test, latest puzzle, free of cost. And in English, I think I have kept prepositions chapter, lesson 1, prepositions, lesson 1. Anyway, students, if you want to join the course, you can reach us in the other way also. Just write a mail to the same one, chakravarthysir@gmail.com. Okay, or you can send a WhatsApp message on 9618702466 or 9515986872. These two are WhatsApp numbers, or you may directly call us on 7013139947 and 7396771919. Okay, many other numbers are there, but you can call us on this number or this number or this number. These two numbers work for WhatsApp also. You can send WhatsApp messages as well. Alright, this is the way to contact us, and I prefer going for the website. Visit the website and you will get all the things there. That is self-explanatory for you. Anyway students, I wish you all the best, and the forthcoming exams definitely you should get a success. Alright, try to utilize the course. I am telling you from the bottom of my heart, I tried my best to give all my expertise, right? You just utilize that one and try to get a success. I wish you all the best. Once again, thank you very much students.